why was it necessary to then calculate? And it was Hillel II to calculate the calendar not by visual, because the Jewish people were destined to be dispersed, to be exiled, and there would be no way out to let them know. What were you going to say, Yossi?
No.
I thought you raised your hand. So, to this day, the procedures of ancient times are known and underlined with special prayers. The Shabbos that we just blessed, the new moon, the new month, is heralded by reciting special prayers, by announcing publicly in the synagogue the exact time of the new moon's appearance, which is what we did. Right before that we announced the time. The day, hour, minute, and second. This is to commemorate the proclamation of the Beit Din in ancient times. And the congregation stands during that part of the service, just as the witnesses were required to stand when they gave their testimony. So in essence, we are doing the same thing. According to some Kabbalistic writers, when God first created the universe, the world, He intended it to be perfect in every respect, and we were destined to live forever in the Garden of Eden. But from when Adam ate from the tree of knowledge and the first sin occurred, imperfection appeared, and therefore the moon itself, which was destined to shine as the sun, lost its light, was diminished, and therefore it will be reborn again, and it begins a new cycle every month. And the Jewish people are compared to the moon. Just as the moon waxes and wanes, so also do we go through periods of our own journey through history of being in a good way or in a downtrodden way. The day before the start of the new month is known as, which is called Erev Yom Kippur Katan. It's called a small Yom Kippur. So Erev Rosh Chodesh is called Yom Kippur Katan, and some people actually fast. Or, if they don't fast, they recite special prayers asking for forgiveness. During the Mincha service of Erev Rosh Chodesh. So Rosh Chodesh itself is actually a special holiday, a semi-holiday, as I said before. And they're actually supplementary prayers. We have the Musaf service. We say Hallel. It is forbidden to fast if you need to have a private fast. Bride and a groom that fast on the day of their wedding, because for them it's like Yom Kippur, fast on the day of their wedding, but if it was chosen to be on Rosh Chodesh, they do not fast. We do not make any eulogies. In Hebrew it's called a hesped. Why? Because it mars the festival spirit of that day. Although the work is permitted on that day, it has been a custom of Jewish women not to weave and not to wash on that day. Moses was on Mount Sinai receiving the Ten Commandments. And what is the reason why they actually don't go ahead and work? The people, we just read it recently, were in a rebellious mood. They had miscalculated and said, what happened to Moses? He's supposed to be back. He's not back. We need a God. Aaron, make us a God. And he started to demand of Aaron. So Aaron said to the men, have your wives bring all their gold ornaments. What was why didn't he say, why don't you all bring your gold ornaments and we'll make it? Because he knew that the men were ready to do it. The women, he figured he was stalling for time, would not go ahead and give their ornaments so readily. So, and they didn't. So the men gave theirs. So ultimately, later on, when the Mishkan, which we just read about, and the vessels of the Mishkan were to be built, made, the women gave their ornaments and their jewelry. And because of that, they therefore merited that Rosh Chodesh became associated with them. The Mishkan, the tabernacle, the first Jewish temple, so to say, the traveling temple, was set up on Rosh Chodesh Nisan. And it is in recognition of the women's courage and devotion that God gave them a special holiday called Rosh Chodesh. It does not rank as a full holiday. Men are permitted to work on it, but it has several features in common with the major festivals. And this is what Howard you asked. The Torah itself enumerates Rosh Chodesh among the major holidays. Like Numbers, chapter 10, sentence 10. References to the festive character of the day are to be found also in other sections of the Torah, the scriptures. Shmuel Aleph, chapter 20, sentence 18. Isaiah, chapter 1, sentence 13. Hosea, Amos. In the synagogue, 4 men are called to the Torah, not 3. The minimum is 3. So Mondays and Thursdays and Mincha and Shabbos is 3. Rosh Chodesh is 4. And this emphasizes to us the importance of Rosh Chodesh.